Hey, what's up? Operation iDroid here, and right now you're looking at iOSception. The reason being is because I've already made a very elaborate and intriguing video on Gba4iOS 2.0, and there's a lot of features that I covered in that video that I will not be covering in this video. So, I definitely recommend that you click on the screen or follow the link in the description to watch that video. But if you've already seen it, awesome, and let's get on with this one. Alright, so this is going to be hands-on with Gba4iOS 2.0. So as you can see, the icon has been changed for iOS 7. The UI, as I showed before, is beautiful, but in this new update we now have GBC support, which is Game Boy Color. So as you can see, here we have the all ROM section, and when I click on GBA, it will show all my GBA games that I have. And then when I click on GBC, it will show all the Game Boy Color games that I have. So as you can see, I have a couple here. So it's actually really awesome that we now have this Game Boy Color support. It's called Gba4iOS, but it plays Game Boy Advance games and Game Boy Color games, which is just awesome. It's two emulators in one. So as you can see, it's running just fine here. Sure you guys want to hear the audio, because a lot of you guys have been asking me, does the audio glitch? But here you go. As you can hear, there's no glitches in the audio. It sounds spectacular. Anyways, going into the menu here, as you can see, we have fast forward that has not been implemented to the beta testers yet. We have the save state, so by clicking the plus sign, you can create a save state, and by holding it, you can rename the save state to whatever you want. You can also protect the save state, which will have it under another slot which is protected, so as you can see, general and protected. And the same way that you load the state, so let me just go on in the game, and now when I load the state, here you go. It goes right back to that. Gba4iOS also creates autosaves. And we also have the cheat codes, which a lot of you guys have been asking for. Cheat codes are awesome. And I'm going to be doing a completely separate video on how to add the cheat codes. So, for you all that have been asking, cheat codes is in Gba4iOS, and I will be doing a separate video on that. Okay, so the last thing is the sustain button, but I'll go to another game to show you that excellent feature. So as you can see, when you return to menu while you're in a game, it blurs out the background and brings down the original UI, which is basically beautiful. I don't know how else to explain it. I mean, this is an iOS 7 only feature, so that's why Riley tended to go towards making Gba4iOS iOS 7 only, so we can implement a ton of features like this and a bunch of other stuff. So this is just beautiful. I'm going to transition into another game here, and I'm going to go into, let's go into Pokemon Light Platinum. And as you can see, my skin just changed. This is the new skin designed by Paul Thorson, the official skin of Gba4iOS 2.0. So I'm going to show you the sustain button by sustaining the button B. So when I exit here and I can run outside, I'll show you. So as you all know, in Pokemon games you run with B. So when I click on menu, sustain button, excellent UI again, blurs out the background and gives you instructions. Tap the button you want to sustain. Okay, so I'm going to click on B, and then B is sustained. So as you can see now, I'm running because without me having to touch B, B is automatically held down because I sustained it. And if I would like to exit the sustain on B, just go back to sustain button, and it says there, to cancel or unsustain a previously sustained button, tap anywhere there isn't a button. So click it, and now walking normal. Alright, so that's it for the menu. Very nice menu. Gonna return to the main menu here and go into settings. So I've gone over basically all of this, but what I wanted to show you guys was that the Game Boy Color skin is just stellar. As you can see, I have a ton of skins here by Mythical. Have my own skin made by vCloud, which is beautiful. I love it. And here we go, also some more Game Boy Advance. So as you can see, default landscape on Game Boy Advance is this, and default portrait on Game Boy Advance is this skin. So if you want any of the other skins that I have, like this awesome Operation iDroid, the Game Boy Color default that you saw, the Game Boy Color skins by Mythical here, you can go to Gba4iOS skins.com and get those there. So here's the Game Boy Color default, and the Game Boy Color landscape is freaking awesome. There's the GBA default and Game Boy Color landscape. So let's go back into a Game Boy Color game, and I can show you this is the default Game Boy Color, so you'll have this automatically. But when I turn it, as you can see, this skin is beautiful. I am a big fan of it, and it's actually really nice. But there's a lot of nice skins as well on Gba4iOS skins.com. So again, I definitely recommend that you check out that website. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I want to quickly say thank you to Pyro for allowing me on his channel. A very good friend and a fellow beta tester like myself. Anyways, check out one of the 2 videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one. One of the most frequent questions I get is how will I transfer my games and saves from Gba4iOS to 2.0? And I've made a tutorial on that, so I definitely recommend that you check it out so that you are aware of the process before Gba4iOS 2.0 comes out and you are as prepared as possible. Again, thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to Pyro's channel and check out my channel and possibly subscribe. I do a lot of awesome stuff and you definitely will not regret it.